Hey guys, let's see what Tox plays.
Today, Tox plays Hearthstone.
Hey guys, Tox.Plays here, ready to open some Knights of the Frozen Throne packs. My first ones. I guess I'll open the classic ones first. Actually, let's just get through those. Um, okay, and what's this? I've got a good amount of golds. I like to generally save around 2,000. So I guess that means I can buy 60 packs. I think I'm gonna just start with 50. 50 is a lot. 50 packs. Okay. Buy. What are these? Yeah, okay. Okay. 106 packs. Let's start opening. And we're guaranteed a legendary in the first 10, so that's cool. Got an epic here. So Grave Shambler, when your weapon is destroyed, gain +1/+1. After you play a minion, deal 1 damage to it. This can be good. A good combo with Garrosh. You play this, then you play Garrosh. It's immediately got 10 attack. Hero powers are disabled. Summon 2 1/1 skeletons. And Embrace Darkness. Choose an enemy minion. Oh yeah, this is the mind control, but it gives them a chance to do stuff with their guy before you take it. I don't know if I like that one. But it's an epic, so cool. I got an epic. Okay, so usually I go a little slower with the first couple just to take a look at what we're picking up. But once you start seeing lots of doubles, yeah. 2 damage freeze, adjacent minions 2 health, again, 1 damage to it. Oh, 2 breaths in this one. Unwilling Sacrifice, choose a friendly minion, destroy it, and a random enemy minion. I feel like that could be useful, especially if you've got a lot of small dudes. But I don't know. It's interesting removal. I'm gonna pick it up. You guys, you know what? I'll just do this. You can pause and look at them if you'd like. I'm just gonna stop with the legendaries. I think I did this one at the time. Ooh, epic. I'll look at the epics and the legendaries. Nice. Scourge Lord Garrosh. Alright, that's 2 of the Death Knights. I got the rogue one from the prologue. So that's 2 down. And Simulacrum. Copy the lowest cost minion in your hand. That's interesting. Okay, I forgot about that card. Okay. Rare Spreading Plague. Okay. Rare Howling Commander. Draw a Divine Shield minion from your deck. So, there's that Paladin Divine Shield deck. People were thinking might be a thing. Summon a 5/5 copy of a random minion in your deck. Okay. 3 rares and an epic. Nice. Blackguard, that's kind of cool. You heal and it deals damage to minions. This can be abused with I always forget names of cards. The Paladin weapon, the 4/2, you heal when you attack with it. If you attack something that this ends up killing, it says whenever your hero is healed, deal that much damage to a random enemy minion. So if you attack, it heals you. This guy will deal damage, deal 2 damage if you're healing for 2 with the weapon, to enemies. And if it kills the enemy that you are attacking, the attack will stop, and it will not cost the durability of your weapon, so you can do it again, heal again. It's interesting. So you can get infinite heals. Well, not infinite heals, but you can swing with the weapon infinite times as long as you don't end up hitting anything. But that can heal you, so that's cool. And it triggers that thing. Ultimate Infestation. Deal 5 damage, draw 5 cards, gain 5 armor, summon a 5/5 ghoul. That sounds crazy. I don't know how good it'll be. It sounds fun, though. Just do a little bit of everything. Alright. Okay, Despicable Dreadlord. 4/5 deals 1 damage to all enemy minions at the end of your turn. And freeze a minion and deal 3 damage to adjacent ones with Avalanche. Okay, Righteous Protector is kind of a ridiculous 1-drop. I think that was my second one already. Maybe even my third. Happy Ghoul. Cost 0 if your hero was healed this turn. So that can be pretty cool. Free 3/3, especially early on. Serenite Chain Gang. Taunt. Battlecry. Summon a copy of this minion. So you get 2 of them. And if you can hand buff, this is pretty cool. So this Don Honcho might be coming back. No, not really. 2 Eternal Servitudes. Discover a friendly minion that died this game. Summon it. I think that could be pretty good, especially with Barnes. You bring something really expensive with Barnes out, and then you summon it for its full as full power. Let's see. Death Rattle. Summon a random friendly beast that died this game. It itself is not a beast though, so it doesn't synergize with itself. Shadowblade, your hero is immune this turn. That's kind of cool. And I give your taunt minions +2/+2. That taunt druid that I'm sure someone's gonna make. I don't know. I wanna do something with the, I forget what the legendary is called, but the legendary, when it dies, Death Rattle will bring back all your taunt minions bring back taunt minions that died this game. I'm assuming yours. I forget actually. I didn't even look at the rear that time. Roll the bones, okay. And Devour Mind. This is like Thought Steal, except 3 cards instead of 2. Okay. Sorry, I just got a call there. I'll have to call them back. Despicable Dreadlord, 4/5, 1 damage to all minions again. Saw that. Okay, let's pick it up a bit. Epic 2 rares, Ultimate Infestation, Defile. I feel like that one's just gonna be fun in general. A lot of combos with that, and then new Druid of the Swarm. It'll be interesting. I hadn't even really thought about this as a with Fandral, but I think it's just a 1/5 taunt poisonous, because I feel like I got this in the ShiftCon Tavern Brawl, and it said either gain poisonous or gain +3 in taunt. So I'm guessing it would get +3 in taunt and poisonous. So that would be a 1/5 with taunt and poisonous. I'm not sure how many people are thinking about how they can Fandral that card, but you know. Serenite Chain Gain again. Spreading Plague. Summon a 1/5 Scarab with taunt. If your opponent has more minions, cast this again. This is great for anti-aggro if you're still alive in turn 5. Double rare. Desperate Stand. Give a minion Death Rattle. Return this to life with 1 health. And another Shadowblade. So this is... I like this because you can use it on something and then trade it right away. Whereas the secret... you know, it's up to what they attack, because it doesn't trigger on your turn, so. And obviously it works really well with Divine Shield. Ice Walker, your hero power also freezes the target, so that's cool. And Shadowblade. Again. Let's get into the legendary, come on. No. Icebreaker, destroy any frozen minion damaged by this. Shaman did get a lot of freeze, so I mean, maybe that's a thing, but it still doesn't seem that great. Whenever you play a card, remove the top 3 cards of your deck. That is quite a cost. 5/5 for 4 is nice, but I don't think it's worth that. Whenever you play a card, remove the top 3 cards from your deck. That just sucks. I like Dark Conviction. 7 minions attack and health to 3. Even if turn 4 you can turn a 1/1 into a 3/3 and make a dude. I guess it's a 3/3 for 4, which isn't great, but it's also great for making big guys small. It's got multiple uses. Spectral Pillager combo. Deal damage equal to the number of other cards you played this turn. So Miracle. Yeah, this thing can. It costs 6 though, so it's gonna be hard to play a lot of things and then this. But yeah, I mean, it could. Someone's gonna make a crazy combo with this, I'm sure. And Voodoo Hex or Taunt. Freeze any character damage by this minion. Okay, Doomed Apprentice. It's apprentice summoner, a summoner's apprentice, but backwards. So it makes you, instead of making your stuff cheaper, it makes your opponent's stuff more expensive. And Bone Drake, add a random dragon to your hand as the death rattle, which is kind of cool. Maybe you will get a dragon deck again. Exploding Bloat Bat, deal 2 damage to all enemy minions as the death rattle. It costs 4, it's kind of expensive, but it's a nice board clear. Deathspeaker, Bone Drake, okay. Legendary, Deathstalker Rexar, that's 3 Death Knights. I forget what the hero powers build a beast. I really want to play around with that. I don't know that that's necessarily good, but it seems fun. Okay, let's see. Happy Ghoul, seen that. Despicable Dreadlord, gotten a couple of those now. I think that's 4. Exploding Bloatbat, that's at least 2. Epic! Blackguard, that's the second one of those. We got Web Weave. I don't think I'd seen that yet. Golden card and Roll the Bones, that's second roll bone. Second Roll the Bones. King Banshee, don't think I'll ever play that. Maybe I'll find a reason to, but Corpse Raiser, give a friendly minion death rattle, resummon this minion. So I like that because previously only Shaman had that ability. So I think there's going to be a lot of new combos using that card. Phantom Freebooter, gain stats equal to your weapons. That's interesting. And Voodoo Hexer, we've seen that already. Okay. Arrogant Crusader. If it's your opponent's turn, summon a 2/2 ghoul. So there's a couple of these things that it's better. So your opponent doesn't want to kill it on their turn because you gain something from it. Which means if they don't kill it, then this thing's doing 5 damage a turn. So this one, it's not, it's not as risky to kill it. You're going to gain a 2/2, which is much less powerful than 5/2. But there's one that's like a 2/2, and if it dies on your opponent's turn, then you get an 8/8, which is obviously way more powerful. Add a mirror image spell to your hand. I forgot about that. That's interesting. And great for Mage Quest, actually. Unwilling Sacrifice. I've already seen that. Epic. Give a minion +3/+3 and freeze it. I think that's interesting. Bone Baron, I think, also for Rogue. I think that'll be interesting. I don't know what the cost of the 1/1 skeletons are, but I'm sure they're cheap, which will help for combos and things like Van Cleef. Shadow Essence again. Okay, True to the Swarm, seen that. Nash and Avalanche. Okay. Halfiend's interesting. So Death Rattle cards cost 2 less. That's kind of cool if you have a bunch of Death Rattle cards, you play this, and then you just play a bunch of Death Rattle cards. Halfiend is interesting. I feel like this would be good in a discard warlock, but if you have the quest, like you can get the quest out really quickly. The issue is, once you get the quest, if it's damaged again before your turn, then you might end up discarding the quest, and that is no good. So I'm not sure about Halfiend. If there's a way to like make sure it doesn't take damage, too much damage, I don't know. It's risky. Phantom Freebooter again. Alright, almost halfway through. Next legendary get, I'm going to keep track of how far in I am, and then maybe get enough packs to guarantee that I get at least one more. Bone Drake. I think I have a good amount of dust, so I'll be crafting some stuff. But Light Sorrow, after a friendly minion loses Divine Shield, gain +1 attack. And then here, Power Stable again. So another Divine Shield deck card. Mountain Fire Armor. If it's your opponent's turn, gain 6 armor. I don't remember actually seeing that before. That's pretty cool. It's a 4/3 for 3, which is already okay. Golden Epic. Golden Treachery. Treachery is fun. Treachery, I'm excited for Treachery. You get to give your stuff to your enemy. So there are a few cards that have a Death Rattle with a bad effect. So you just play it and then send it over to your opponent. Such as that Imp that deals 5 damage whenever your opponent, or whenever you summon something. So if you give it to your opponent, they're going, and then like play something that gives them minions, such as I'm blanking on Leroy Jenkins. Then they're going to take 10 damage just from the 2 whelps that spawn, and then 6 damage from Leroy Jenkins. That's 16 damage if you use Treachery on the Imp right before that. So that's just one example of, I think, fun things that are going to happen with Treachery. Roll the bones. Nothing new. Another epic Blackguard. We've gotten plenty of those now. Shadowblade. Lots of those around. Another legendary, Rotface, which I think is kind of cool. I don't know how good it is on its own, but if you have things such as the 1-drop that damages a minion that's played right after, if you play both of those, then play Rotface, Rotface will summon 2 legendaries from being damaged and surviving, which might be a kind of silly combo, but there are obviously whirlwinds and other things you can do to damage him without killing him. So I don't know. I think he might be fun. I don't know how good he'll be though. Whenever this minion survives damage, summon a 2/2 ghoul with a 1/4 body. That's pretty good for a 3-drop, but there are 3-drops that do 4 damage, so it might not get you anything. And a 1/4 for 3 itself isn't good. I just meant that it's not necessarily going to die to another 3-drop. But a 1/4 stat line on its own is not that great. But if you can somehow give it health, which is going to be hard to do as a warrior, it'll be better. But you can also use what I was saying with Rotface. You can use on this to create ghouls. So that's something. Okay, we're past the halfway point here. I'm guaranteed to get at least one more legendary. I didn't even look at what the rare was that time. I think it was Desperate Stand, which we've already gotten. Icebreaker, seen that. Phantom Freebooter and Shallow Gravedigger. Death Rattle, add a random Death Rattle minion to your hand. It's interesting. So I guess you could go in infinite there. Shallow Gravedigger and a Shallow Gravedigger and a Shallow Gravedigger. Obviously, since it's not discovered, that's not very likely to happen, but it's possible. 2 Frozen Clones. After your opponent plays a minion, add 2 copies of it to your hand. So some people are saying, oh, well, if there's that, and there's Potion of Polymorph, and there's Mirror Image, then people are not going to... Not Mirror Image, Mirror... Is it Mirror Entity? It's Mirror Entity, right? Anyway, it's like if you play a small minion, it takes care of all 3 of those. I don't necessarily agree, because Frozen Clone, if you play like Babbling Book, sure, it's a small 1-cost, but then you get 2 Babbling Books, and then you get random spells from those Babbling Books. So I'm sure they're like, if you have small minions in your deck that aren't very good, then what are they doing in your deck? I don't know. Like I think Frozen Clone is better than some people have stated generally, but I don't think it's amazing either. Give a minion +3/+3 and freeze it. We've seen that. And the rare, another Shallow Gravedigger. Let's go infinite. Okay. Serenite Chain Gang, seen that. 2 rares and epic. 2 more Serenite Chain Gangs. And Fate Spinner. Choose a death rattle secretly. I like that. You get to choose one. Your opponent doesn't know what it is. Either deal 3 damage to all minions or give them all minions +2/+2. So it might be obvious what you're doing. If you have a bunch of minions on the board and then you play this, well, you're probably giving all the minions +2/+2. Whereas if your opponent has a lot of minions and you play this, it's probably giving them all doing 3 damage to all minions. But you might do the opposite because you know they're going to think that you have whatever you didn't pick. It's interesting. I don't know how much it'll be used. I think that idea though of having something you choose and is secret, I think that's really cool, and I hope they do more with that in the future. During your turn, your weapon doesn't lose durability. That's cool. I guess I don't know. 5/3 for 4 though. I don't think that effect is so amazing that that's going to be played much. Doomed Apprentice. Your opponent's spells cost 1 more. We've seen that. Keep going. 40 cards left. And Venom Strike Trap. Summons you a Cobra when one of your minions is attacked. Kind of like Snake Trap, except it's a venomous snake instead. Death Revenant, gain +1/+1 for each damaged minion. So Whirlwind and then play this, and it's pretty powerful, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how great that is, but it's interesting. It's definitely good in Warrior anyway. Happy Cool. Seen that. Keep going. What I mean by good in Warrior is that it's better in Warrior than if it was in some other class. Corpse Widow, Mountain Fire Armor. We've seen both of those. Howling Commander. Draw a Divine Shield minion. So that's definitely 2 of those now. Death Revenant. 2 of those now. Shadow Essence. Definitely more than 2 of those. Skulking Geist. This is the anti-Jade Idol card, but also the anti-Explore Ungoro card. I think this will see play if Jade Idol or Jade decks stay Jade Druids specifically stay popular, but I don't know that they will. But the threat of having that probably will stop them from becoming huge forever. Here's a Skullmancer I was talking about before. It's a 2/2, but if it dies on your opponent's turn, you gain an 8/8. It does cost 5, so it's not good stat line for 5, obviously, but it might be hard for your opponent to deal with. Of course, if you're only doing 2 damage at a time. Yeah, I think that was neutral, so I guess it might be good in like a Paladin, so you can buff it, so then it's a big threat, but it's a threat they don't want to kill because it comes with another big threat once it dies. And also Steed would be great for it. Whatever Steed, what's it called? The one that becomes when it dies, you get another 2/6. That's the Steed that with Taunt. Desperate Stand, we've seen that. Spikeridge Steed, that's what it's called, I think. Corpse Razor, Battlecry, give a friendly minion death rattle resummon. I like that. Okay, Icebreaker again. Haven't seen a legendary for a while. Would love to see another one. Embrace Darkness. At least 2 of those now. That's cool. Come on. It's been a while since we've seen a legendary. I might hit that pity timer for 40 packs. Eternal Servitude. Discover a friendly minion that died this game. Summon it. We saw that earlier. I think that'll be pretty cool to play with. Oh, I guess I've had 3 legendaries now, right? I had Rot Face and I had 2 different Death Knights. I think, was it Garrosh? And I had Hunter. I don't remember when I got Rot Face, which was, I believe, the last one I got. Bone Drake. Howling Commander. Gonna have so much dust, and I already had a good amount. Skulking Geist, we've got 2 of those now. Strong Shell Scavenger. It's more Taunt Druid stuff. Saw that earlier. Corpse Widow. Oh, come on. More legendaries, please. Okay, Light Sorrow. I think that's only my second, so that's good. Tomb Lurker. Add a random death minion that died this game to your hand. That's kind of cool. And Intruder of the Swarm and Arrogant Crusader again. Legendary, please. Alright, that's total of 4 Death Knights now. Rogue, Priest. Oh yeah, there's no duplicates. I was like afraid I was gonna get duplicates. There aren't any duplicates anymore. Okay, so Priest, Priest, Warrior, and Hunter and Rogue. Okay, I didn't even look at what the rare was that time. We've got many of those. I probably have 2 of most of the rares at this point. If not all of them. I have a lot of epics, but I'm sure I don't have all of them. Howling Commander, so many of those. Alright. 5 more. Let's see if I can get another legendary. Embrace Darkness. We've gotten lots of those now. Spreading Plague. Another legendary. Prince Taldaram. If your deck has no 3-cost cards, transform it into a 3/3 copy of a minion. I guess that's good in a Death Rattle deck without 3-drops. I don't know. That's kind of... I don't really like the Princes so much. I think the 4-drop Prince is probably the best just because you can get away without having 4 drops better than 2 or 3 drops. I don't know. But I got it, which means I'm not going to get it again. That's the thing, is if you get a legendary you don't want, it's probably not to your advantage to disenchant it, because that means you can get it in a pack again. Whereas not disenchanting it means that you must get, when you get another legendary, the legendary must not be that card. You'll get something else. So, unless you're never going to open up another Frozen Throne pack, it's probably best not to disenchant legendaries. I think I'm going to stop for now. Doing the adventure gets you packs, so I'm going to probably supplement some of those openings with the gold that I have right now. So stopping there. Got well, let me do my big disenchant, but got a couple of cool new cards, including a number of the Death Knights. So I want to type legendary and new. That's okay. let me just, well, I'll just go through this. Okay, so we got Deathstalker Rexar, Shadow Reaper Anduin, Valera the Hollow, Rotface and Scourge Lord Garrosh. So also I mentioned Valera I got earlier. And Prince Taldaram. So wait, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, what was the other one? 5. I guess I got 5 legendaries. Okay, cool, great. And a good amount of dust here. So I will be crafting. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna craft. How much would that cost? I'm trying to think if I craft all the other Death Knights. That's what, 1,600. So yeah, I should be fine because I only need 5. So that would be 8,000. So I don't know if I'll craft them all right away, but actually, yeah, I'll wait till I finish all the adventures. Probably open those packs and then whatever I don't get there. So, but yeah, I'm definitely excited to try out these new heroes and Rotface, I guess too. Cool. Okay, hope you enjoyed this 30-minute pack opening of 100 and, what was it, 108 cards or something like that. I'll have more pack openings later once I finish the adventures. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you as always for watching. Tox out. Now is the time to subscribe to this channel. Yes, please do. Feel free to like this video. Like. Don't dislike. So comment below if you want to. I will respond as soon as I can. That's all for this very silly song. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. I said goodbye.